Good evening, folks. How are you? It's Middle-Aged Gamer Guy here, also known as Mag. Welcome to another Tuesday night gaming chat where we talk about all the latest gaming news and reviews from the last 7 days or so. How is everyone? Let's see who's here nice, bright and early. And I'm just going to refresh that so I can see that. First person here was Gozzo, who was here nice and early. Good evening, Gozzo. Hope you are well. Gilfly, good evening. Welcome on in. Flame is here. Good evening, Flame. Lulu, good evening. Good to see you. Retro Shazar, hello. Big Fuzzy Panda, hello. Lulu says, Nag says hi too. Hi, Nag. There you go. That's a hi to Nag from Mag. There you go. Kindred, good evening. How you doing? Is that purple brighter than usual? Yes. Good spot. Thought I'd try something new. Been having a play around. There's some new things again on the software, so I was just having a little play around. So you'll have to let us know whether you like that purple or not. But it does stand out better, I think. So there we go. Hope you're all well. Hope you've had a good Tuesday so far. Let us know what you've been up to, everybody. Obviously, I can't do this show alone. But before I bring in my co-host, I have to tell you that this is for the last time. We are sponsored by Foundation Galactic Empire! Galactic if you are in the Twitch chat. Sorry, YouTubers, it doesn't work for you, I'm afraid. But we are basically got a challenge on the new mobile game that you can play on mobile or PC by clicking that link. Even by installing the game, you'll be helping us support this channel. And you've got until Friday, 4 p.m. to get as far as you can, or at least get up to level 20, because that's the ultimate goal. And thank you to them for being our sponsor for this month on the channel. So there you go. Lulu says, been decorating, baking, and playing Galactic Frontier. There we go. Thank you. Nice plug for the sponsor. They'll be happy. They'll be happy with that. Thank you so much. Kindred, thanks for doing that as well. Also, I'm going to give Kindred a shout out because he is our community member of the month. And he gets a shout out literally on every stream. And of course, again, this doesn't want to work. So there we go. We're going to do it manually. So there we go. Stream Deck is so far behind. I don't know. I think it needs updating, but there you go. There you go. Thank you very much, Kindred, for being our community member of the month. And your prize will be with you by next week that you won. So, obviously, as I say, got a jam-packed show live on Twitch and YouTube right now. And can't do this alone. So I need to bring in the man, the myth, the legend, the one and only, Mr. David Jones.
Good evening, mate. How you doing?
I'm all right. How are you?
Not too bad, thank you. Hope everyone in chat's doing all right.
All doing good. Kindred has just literally subbed and said exclamation Dave, and it's gone Dave.
Lovely.
Thank you very much, Kindred. So yeah, what you been up to? What you been playing?
I've been fairly busy with work, but I did manage to play a few things like in between. So season 2 of Battlefield 6 did start last week.
Nice.
So I finally managed to get a bit of time on that over the weekend, and the new map seems pretty good. Haven't paid much attention to like some of the other stuff that's there, but just been playing this new map, which seems good. Pretty big, lots of chance to get lots of vehicles, helicopters on the go, lots of chances for just a general chaos and destruction that goes on in Battlefield. So enjoying that, but still need to play it quite a bit more to actually learn the maps. There's quite a lot to it.
Yeah.
Then I tried a couple of the demos that popped up as well. There was one for that Darwin's Paradox, that side scroller with the octopus. I tried that, but that didn't really grab me as much as I thought it was gonna.
It looked quite fun on the trailer, but
yeah, I found it a little bit annoying. Just a lot more trial and error than some of the side scrollers I've tried the demos on recently. I preferred the demos for Replaced and for Planet Lana 2. And then I also tried a demo for Battlestar Galactica Scattered Hope, which I think is going to be similar to the Star Trek game we're talking about later.
We're going to talk about later.
Structure. But again, seems okay. It's a roguelike, so you don't really get much of a feel about how roguelike it's going to be in the demo. You can't just play through a few battles, try out a bit of the fleet management. But I quite liked what I played of it, so I'd be interested to see what the full game turns out to be like. So I might have a look at that when it comes out later on in the year. But it seemed pretty good. Fan of Battlestar Galactica, so it's definitely up my alley because of that.
In the boxes, nice. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Ash, welcome on in on YouTube, saying what games you guys play. Well, we literally play everything that's new and out. I finished Reanimal over the weekend. absolutely loved it. I mean, it got an 8.5 on this show last week, and I can see why. I'm not going to give any spoilers to anybody. You need to play it. Anyone who did the stream that I did last week on the Thursday, it gets even weirder, even more fucked up. But it is the game that Little Nightmares 3 should have been.
Oh, definitely. This is all over that one.
Yeah. And whereas I'm not looking forward to the Little Nightmares 3 DLC, if we even get any, because there's no indication when it's coming out, at least we know when we're getting Reanimal DLC. I'm looking forward to that, and I might cover some of that. There you go. Battlestar Galactica, old and new were great. I agree. I never watched the new one. Not going to lie.
Oh, the new one was awesome.
I'm guessing you ain't. Yeah, I'm guessing you ain't finished High on Life 2. I'm halfway through it. I persevered with it. They did do a patch. It seems to be playing better. But it still feels like it's the lesser sequel.
Mm-hmm.
I'm enjoying it more than I was, but there's still that thing of this doesn't really feel as good as the first game going all the way through. Unfortunately, I am going to finish it off and see what I think, but I don't know. I feel I'm going to end up being that sort of a bit like some of the games with 2025, just very sort of underwhelmed by it. And I'm like, yeah, it's okay. Kindred said it's the skateboard for me. That takes me out. Again, they seem to have improved that for the traversal with the patch, especially on Xbox. That flows really well. But when it gets to combat, it's still shit. I don't know why you have to skateboard round when you're in combat. It makes no sense. It's so clunky still, but there you go. Ash said it's a good game. I'll give you that. Yeah, Reanimal is fantastic. Please do go check it out. Mrs. Upsea, hello. How are you? We are very well, thank you. How are you? Great to see you. They got to release GTA 5. Do you mean GTA 6?
I think they've already re-released GTA 5.
Yeah, I mean they can release it for a fourth time if they want.
Well,
but
bring it to Switch 2.
That's a good point. You could be right. They got to release GTA 5 on Switch 2. There you go.
Oh, indeed.
Dead, good evening, says, yeah, the skateboard dynamics, it's wank. I agree. I don't know why they're putting skateboard in it. It doesn't work. But there you go. Totally agree with that. So, are you now? Right, okay. We'll sort that out. 1 second.
No problem.
Try that. So, folks, Mrs. Upsea says, good. I'm glad you're okay. I'm very well, thank you. Great to have you here. You ain't got the knees to be skateboarding match. No, I haven't. There you go. Ash says, I meant GTA 6. I thought you meant GTA 6. It's fine. Don't worry. But they probably will release GTA 5 again before they bring out GTA 6. Thank you for the sub. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you for the subscription. We're here every Tuesday talking video games. Rock News, good evening. How are you? Hope you're doing well. So there we go. Let's crack on. Let's get our guest in for this evening. He hasn't got the knees to bend exactly on the chair, let alone get on a skateboard. That's very true. Our guest has been on the show many times. In fact, he was even on with Mrs. Upsea there, who's in chat right now. Decided to take a year off from content creation, streaming, and everything, but is now back. Not only streaming games, but he now has a podcast all about the 90s. We used to know him as UpcDwnc, Left C, Right C. He's had a bit of a rebrand. Please welcome our guest tonight, and great to have him back because we haven't had him on since I think maybe 2020, early 2024. Please welcome back the wonderful Dave, aka UpcDwnc. Good evening.
You're right.
It's great to have you here.
It's good to be back.
Great to have you back, mate. So I'm just going to say hello to some people that are here because there's some more people. Amiga Cami, hello. Great to see you again because you were here last night. Greatly appreciate that. Lulu says it's double Dave tonight. It is double Dave. So for purposes for me, so I don't go insane, you guys in chat can call them both Dave and then we'll figure that mess out. But I'm going to stick with Upsea and then Dave because, or I could go not Upsea and Dave. That'd be bizarre, but we could do that. But how you been? What you been up to? And then we'll get on to all the new stuff that you're doing now.
What I've been up to? Not a lot, really.
Having a year off.
Have a year off, basically it's just adult life. At the end of the day, it gets in the way.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have to take a step back before you can step forward again. So that was my idea and plan back around it. Decided to come back. I got pushed back as well by some people, like, come on, let's get you back on it. So I was like, yeah, go on and give it a go. He's the one with no hair and glasses.
Doesn't help Mrs. Upsy. It makes it more complicated. Yeah.
Oh dear. But yeah, no, we took a time off and started to come back gradually now. One stream a week if I can, just to get us going.
Nice.
And yeah, just podcasting was my thing now we're going forward with, along with still doing my Instagram, but I'm enjoying the podcasting, so
that's cool. So obviously I did show the Twitch channel. If we've got any mods in, if the mods could very kindly drop the links, because we're going to be sharing Upsy's Twitch channel and the podcast and his Insta. So that will appear in a bit, because I know some mods have now appeared.
That's cool.
But talk us through your Twitch stream. Are you still doing more the retro style of content with that?
Yeah.
So what can we expect from you?
Tekken 3, I did a playthrough of that. Played a bit of Epic Mickey recently as well. Yeah, anything I can make a giggle and a joke out of is perfect. I mean, my next one I'm doing is Worms, so you can't be a bit of Worms.
Nice.
Love it. Love a bit of Worms.
Yeah, I just love the retro stuff. I mean, the name come from the Sega Mega Drive. That's why I'm known as UpcDwnc, because it's cheat code. I was a walking, talking cheat code, so I went with that. But that's what streams are coming through like that. Retro.
Nice.
Stick with what I know. No, I don't.
And obviously you've got the podcast, which is all about the 90s, isn't it?
It is. I mean, myself and one other Instagrammer I do it with, which is UpcDwnc, right? We both. I know.
That's right. Right. Okay. This is getting more complicated.
I know. So basically, me and Daryl is how we go for our real names by that, so people know us by Dave and Daryl. We talk about things from the 90s, whether it be in past experiences for ourselves or just generic talking 90s. I mean, our latest episode came out yesterday, which was talking about 90s crushes.
Yeah.
So who you had a crush on in the 90s and whatnot. It kind of really turned into we were proper perverts. Just literally it's crazy. But yeah, no. It's just good. It's good fun. We enjoy it's just basically hanging out and enjoying it. So,
There you go. Yes, Mrs. Upsy agrees. Proper perverts, apparently. We will get you the links shortly. We'll drop all your links in so people can give you a follow on the podcast. And if you're not following,
that's cool.
In fact, I can actually, I'll tell you what I can do with the magic of technology. I will drop your Twitch link in now, because I can do that. And then I'll give you a special shout out and pin that to the top there. There we go. Should do. Where are you? There you are. If I do that, there you go. Last played. There you go. iQuail. There you go. Look at that, like magic. I'll give you a shout out. But iQuail's just dropped in there and pinned it to the top of the chat, which is fantastic. So if you need to reference it, there is the link for Upsy's Twitch channel, the podcast on YouTube, and his Insta. Everything is there that you need, so you can click on that. There you go. I don't know whether that Insta link has correctly worked.
I don't know.
Might need to check that, iQuail, because that seems to have come out a bit wrong. Because there's I don't know what's happened there, but we'll see. We'll see. In fact, let me click it and I'll test it. No, it does work. It does work. It's just come out weirdly on the Twitch chat, but it does work. So there you go. So, by all means, do click that. It works. That's all you need to know. Thank you, iQuail. Greatly appreciate it. So what other things you talk about on the podcast, or what are you going to be talking about, and how frequent is it if people want to?
Well, we try to aim for an episode roughly every 2 to 3 weeks. All depends on work schedules. With Daryl's job, he's an electrician, so it can sometimes be an emergency call out, which kind of puts us back a couple of days or whatnot. But this season coming up, we're on our second season now. We have a quiz on episode 5. We're on episode 2, so you've got a quiz coming up on the 90s. We always do that. We've got Pokemon's our next one we're doing, talking about back in the day, Red and Blue, which side were you on and all that kind of jazz. We've got a PlayStation 1 episode coming up this season as well. Last season, we did a Mega Drive episode, which was really cool. We enjoyed that. That was like our longest one. But yeah, it was our most popular one as well, to be fair. But we've got all random ones. I mean, our last episode of the season we're doing is we're looking back at 1996, the Guinness Book of World Records, and we're going to pick a few records out and see if those records are still standing today.
Wow. Okay.
So it's going to be a bit of a mad one to see. That's 30 years ago. How bad's that?
Oh, God, yeah. How is that 30 years ago? But it does make me wonder, though, how many of them probably might not have been beaten, but some probably have. I wonder.
Who knows? We'll find out.
So tune in. The links are there again. Thank you, iQual. He's short on the Insta. Mrs. Upsy says, "Now I feel old."
Yes.
Yeah. You and me both, Mrs. Upsy. In fact,
I would say you're as young as the man you squeeze, but I'm older than us, so don't worry about it.
Lorraine, hello, over on YouTube. Welcome on in. Great to see you as always. Great to see you. There you go. But shall we crack on with tonight's show?
Yeah, let's go for it.
So I'm going to say this now. Not the most exciting week for game releases. Me and Dave, well, I kind of had a list of 14 games and Dave's whittled it down to about 8. But still not the most interesting things, but we'll tell you what we got. But we have got some very interesting news stories to talk about. So this is our 254th show. We are going to be talking about games like Star Trek Voyager Across the Unknown, Gear Club Unlimited 3, and Styx Blades of Greed, which is probably the biggest game this week. Plus, we're going to discuss the big shake-up at Xbox. And we always end with a gaming chart. And this week, we thought it was topical because of the whole shake-up at Xbox. We will look at the Xbox Top 10 retail chart this week. So there you go. Brian, good evening. He says, are we going to be talking about Under the Island? You'll have to wait and see, won't you? But it's great to have you here. He said, Ash said, I'm in middle school and I feel old because my brother doesn't know who Technoblade is. Flipping heck. Okay. So my old show producer used to be the biggest fan of Technoblade. And for a Christmas present, I bought her one of Technoblade after he passed, one of Technoblade's hoodies. Bless. So yeah, he says, best quit while we're ahead. Oh God, there we go. Thank you. Right, okay, let's get the chat on so people can see the chat as well. There, I realised I never turned that on last week during the show. So, but there you go. Let's crack on with our first game. This came out Tuesday last week. Phantom, good evening, by the way. I saw you pop in there, and he says, Technoblade never dies. Very true. Very true. This came out last Tuesday on PS5, PC, Xbox Series X and S. And this is called Norse Oath of Blood. Let's have a look at the trailer of this, and then we'll have a little chat about the game.
My friends, this day has long been in the making. My people, the time for waiting is over. Will you stand with the ferocity of wolves? Sworn to avenge my father, to destroy Steinar for his treachery.
I shall crack your skull and use your brains to grease my sword!
You told me that when I was strong, when I was ready, you would join me. I would fight Steinar with my bare hands. And nothing, neither you, nor the gods, nor Ragnarok itself could stand in my way!
is still standing at this day's end!
There you go, folks. That came out Tuesday last week. That is Norse Oath of Blood. So I'm guessing, from what you can tell there with some of the gameplay, it's a sort of RPG turn-based strategy game, I would say. Dave, are we correct on that?
Yeah, with some settlement building elements as well.
Okay.
Yeah, because the character you're playing, Gunnar, his father's been killed, and you've had to sort of scatter, and you've got to try and rebuild your settlement, rebuild your army, and try and avenge your father's death. From what I've seen of it, it looks all right. I think it's got a mixture of like a sort of exploration of the sort of wilderness around your settlement, where you can like gather resources and stuff like that. You know, and it's got building for the settlement to keep improving it, make it bigger. And then it's got the turn-based combat where you're going to battle against your enemies, and that side of it looks all right, but it is like a turn-based game. I think some of that trailer perhaps make it look a bit more exciting than it perhaps is, because it perhaps an impression of a real-time like action combat game initially, but now it's turn-based. But that still looks quite cool, because I've played plenty of decent turn-based games. So yeah, it looks like it's actually got some decent production values, because the quality, like the animation and the and stuff that you see in the cutscenes, looks pretty good actually. Quite impressive. Not something I'd heard of. So you perhaps think turn-based game wouldn't have much of a budget for stuff like that, but
but it looks
cutscene wise, it does look pretty decent actually. So, sounds like it's just your fairly standard revenge tale, but if done well,
it looks like it's
still
got
be good.
Yeah, it looks like it's got a good story behind it. So I'll be honest, the story intrigues me more than the gameplay. Not going to lie.
The gameplay looks a little bit clunky, to be fair, from the actual what they're shown. Looks a bit, the way they were moving looked a bit clunky, but
no, I think that's the thing. What do you like your turn-based strategy games, Upsy? Do you like the look of this?
Well, yeah, I mean, nothing beats to me when it comes to turn-based is Pokemon. I love a good bit of Pokemon. So that's turn-based, you know what I mean? I enjoy that. So, if it's anything like that, yeah, I'm game.
Pokemon with Vikings. Can you imagine with a little
why not?
Yeah.
We had Power World. We might as well have Vikings now.
Well, yeah, might as well. Yeah, that's true. Before we get into the scores of the game, let's see who else is popped in. Sticky Knievel. Good evening, people. Hello, Sticky Knievel. Lovely to have you here. Great to see you. Danker has arrived and said, for the first time ever, I missed the trailer. So he's going to have to guess the score without seeing the trailer, which is always a bit tricky. But for those who've not seen the show before, we technically don't review the games. We scour the internet for all the different scores that I can get, and then I crush that into an average score. You may agree with it, you may not. But if you do guess it right, and that's why people are putting scores in the chat right now, we will give you a shout out for your channel numbers, and you can go from 0 to 10. So have a guess of what the score is for this game. Let's see what people are saying right now. Now, for the fact that Danker did not see the trailer, we always say, if in doubt, go for a save 7. So he's gone for a save 7. So there you go. Gosno saying a 6.5. Looks like my cup of tea. I'd play this at 5.
7.5 as well.
Okay, the days are sticking together. 7.5. Okay, folks, this is your last chance. This is Norse Oath of Blood, which came out Tuesday last week on PS5, PC, Xbox Series X and S. It's roughly about, I saw Kindred said, if you're buying it on PC, it's roughly about 27 quid. Don't know what it is on consoles, but we'll see. iQual coming in with a 7. Lulu, sorry, I missed this. 8.5 from both me and Nag. We saw some gameplay and it was hilarious. I saw you say that earlier and I missed it. My apologies. Big Fuzzy Panda says an 8. What else we got here? Ash, thank you for the follow. Greatly appreciate that on YouTube. Now following on Twitch. Appreciate that. Console not release till springtime. Oh, okay. Interesting. So that's interesting. Because I saw reviews, so maybe they got early access to it. I've seen reviews for some of the console versions, but maybe it comes out in a few weeks' time because technically spring starts next week. So we'll see. But we'll go for that anyway. There are no more guesses. I can tell you that this got a safe 7 out of 10.
Ooh.
There you go. So you guys are close. But congratulations to Danker, who didn't even see the trailer. So that was a good guess.
If in doubt.
If in doubt, go for a safe 7. We've always said it. Retro Jazar, congratulations. Rock Muse, congratulations. Kindred, Phantom, and iQuail. iQuail, I will do your shout out for you because you are the only mod that's here at the moment. So let me do a shout out for you. And iQuail will hope do that. Lulu's like, Danker, you cheeky bugger. You got it right. So there you go. There's iQuail shout out. Thank you so much. Good score. 7 out of 10 is decent. So it might be that story makes up for the clunkiness of the gameplay, you see. So that might be what saved it. But if you like the look of it, go check it out. Our next game, it also came out last Tuesday on PC, Switch, PS4, PS5, Xbox Series X, S, and 1. And Brian did say, are we going to cover this game? And yes, it's our second game tonight. This is Under the Island. Let's have a look at the trailer. There you go. And funny, Lulu mentioned this. As soon as this trailer started, I was like, this gives me Legend of Zelda Link to the Past vibes massively. And I'm like, and it looks absolutely fantastic. So there you go. Ash said, I switched over from YouTube when I realized you're also streaming on Twitch. No worries. Appreciate that. Thank you for the follow, Ash. Chaotic, good evening. Great to see you. She says, evening beans. Hope you're well. Kindred says, it is £14.24 on Steam, 16 quid on PlayStation, but if you've got PS Plus, you can get it for $13.59 and £14.22. What a weird price on Xbox.
I can see it becoming one of them ones that will become free with the PS Plus eventually, though.
Yeah, I could see that, and you could see it popping up on things. Danke said, I saw the title card on GOG whilst browsing, but didn't click though. But I will now. So obviously, I saw a bit of this. Dave, tell us about this one because this looks pretty damn good.
It does. It's one I wasn't aware of, but when I watched the trailer for it the other day, immediately like you, Legend of Zelda vibes from Link to the Past on the good old SNES. So yeah, it's definitely that sort of game. You're playing a little character called Nia, who's come to a seashell island and ends up getting involved in a quest to try and stop the island sinking into the sea. And it definitely gives you the Zelda vibes. You've got to go into all these dungeons to try and solve the mystery. Fight all the bosses in there as well. Looks really, really good. Quite impressed with how it looks. So yeah, something I wasn't aware of, but something I would definitely be interested in playing.
Yeah, I would give this a go. Seriously, I love the look of this completely. There you go. You can get it on GOG for $14.19, so it's even cheaper than it was on. Yeah, well, you're going to save about 5 pence. But there you go. But 5 pence saved in it. There you go.
5p.
Yeah, 5p, exactly. Upsy, what do you reckon to this one? Because I bet this is right up your street, isn't it?
Yeah, as soon as I saw it, I thought, wow, you know what? Because it actually fits in with the vibe of the retro style, the 8-bit, the 16-bit, that kind of stuff. That's my kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like I say, Zelda, then got Pokemon. It's got all that kind of all mixed in, and yeah, it looks good.
Yeah.
Little challenges as well. It looks really good. Yeah, I like it.
Brian doesn't waste time getting started. I was in the first dungeon in less than 15 minutes, straight to the point, which is the beauty Link to the Past was. You remember, you basically storm the castle and straight into the action. So that seems good. Let's see what people are scoring it. Again, folks, if you just joined us, we don't review the games, but we get an average score from all the gaming press. If you get a shout out in the chat, Dank is saying 8.5. Gozzo saying 8.5 on this one. Brian was saying possible genuine surprise. If it's not a 9, I'll cry. Let's see what everyone else is saying. Scroll down. Nag gives this a 6, whereas I'll give this an 8. I love these types of games. So he says, looks like a fun game. I'm going to give Muse 8.5. Chaotic 7. Dead 7. Ash 8.5. Flame 8. Retro 8. iQuail 9. Kindred 8.5. So there you go. I'll start with you, Upsy. What do you reckon?
See, my heart's saying one thing, but my head's saying another. See, in my heart, I'm saying it's going to score really, really, really high. But my head, for some reason, saying I don't feel like it has. But I'm going to stick with my heart, and I'm going to give it 8.5.
Okay, going with an 8.5. That's quite a few people have given that. It seems to be bouncing between 7s and 8.5s. Dave, what say you?
I'll try an 8 for this one.
Okay, going for an 8. So we've got an 8.5, 8. Anybody else want to have a guess? This is Under the Island, which came out last Tuesday on PC, Switch, PS4, PS5, Xbox Series X, S, and 1. I'll give you a couple of seconds. And if there are no more guesses, because it doesn't look like it is, I can tell you that this is done very, very well. But unfortunately, Brian, you are going to cry. I'm sorry, mate. Yeah. But you were close because this got an 8.5 out of 10. So well done, Upsy. Can we get a shout out for Upsy with all his links? You could have a look there. Do that. I will also give you a special shout out because I can do this thing now where it adds a little heart to the top of the chat. So let me get this right. If I do that, following Upsy, you can now click a little heart on the top of the Twitch chat and it will automatically. So there you go.
That's me.
There you go. It's you.
It's me.
Technically, yes, the exclamation Dave thing does work, even though it's not for our Dave. It's for Dave. Rock Muse is like, I've got 2 right in a row. You're doing well, Rock Muse. You're doing very, very well. Let's see who else got. Kindred, well done. You got it right. Ash got it right as well, who's just first time watching us as well. So that's a great start. Obviously, Rock Muse, we just said, got it right. And then if I'm scrolling up, it was Gozzo and Danker. So we're going to give shout outs to all of them. Congratulations to all of you for getting that right. Pretty damn good. Let's move on to some gaming news before we move on to some more games. This one's an interesting one because we have got on April the 1st, and this is not an April Fool's joke, the brand new Super Mario Galaxy film coming out. Okay. And a couple of eagle-eyed fans have said there might be 2 cameos from people who've never been in Mario games before. Okay. So I'm very much looking forward to the film. Take this with a pinch of salt because these people could be totally wrong. The first one is, who remembers that robot that no one ever used that came with the original Nintendo Entertainment System, Robbie the Robot?
Yeah, remember that.
That spun the little gyros. Because there's been a new set which has got Toad and Princess Peach in it. And in a little box in the set, there's a Robbie the Robot. Now, it's quite common for when they put little characters in to the sets that they tend to appear in certain games or certain things. And we've not seen him since, well, the 80s. So people are saying, well, the fact that they've oddly put him in this castle set, he seems a bit out of place. So does that mean he's going to appear in the new film? And then the other one is going back to, depending what country you are in, Starwing or Star Fox, because they are saying that Fox McCloud possibly make an appearance. And the reason that might happen is for about 2 seconds into the trailer, and granted, he is in Smash Brothers, right? Hannah, good evening. Good to see you. But when they show a shot of Mario, and I think it's Princess Peach looking out at one of the planets, there is a guy with a green and white suit, and it looks very much like Fox McCloud. Now, you can't see his head, but you can see his arms and his legs, and they're like, well, seeing as they're traveling to different planets, would they do a tie-in of Star Fox, Starwing with Fox McCloud? So they're saying it looks like it, but then some people are saying, well, it could be one of the other princesses because her castle's being attacked that you see in the trailer, and she changes into another suit, just like Princess Peach changed into a different suit when she got on the motorbike in the original film. So they're going, it could be not, but see. So two very loose connections. What I want to know is from chat and the two Daves, do we reckon those will actually happen, or do you think people are really clutching at straws?
I think there's more characters from the Mario universe they could actually use instead of just like, bringing other ones in.
Yeah.
Bringing like Fox McCloud in seems a bit, I don't know, I can't quite pitch that on myself. I'd see a special Star Fox movie would be quite cool to see, but I can't see it mixing with Mario. I think it'd be quite cool to see characters like Wario or Waluigi make an appearance in there. That'd be cool.
I wouldn't be surprised if this one does well, that they'll turn up in the third one. You could see that being the next thing, just like with the Sonic films. So they gradually added characters in the third one. They put Shadow. That could be the thing.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm hoping Sonic makes an appearance at some point in them. I ain't gonna lie. Got Sonic and Mario at the Olympic Games. True. Maybe there'll be some form of Olympic Games and do a crossover. You never know.
The most epic thing ever.
Yeah. But yeah, no, having these little Easter eggs is what we like to call them sometimes, don't you? Like to say Rob the Robot. It's an Easter egg, so it might be one of them kind of things that, only certain like generations will know who that is, what that is, and for the younger kids, it'll just fly over their head anyway.
Yeah,
it'll
be like blink and you miss it kind of thing.
Yeah.
Kindred says it's more likely that Fox will be in the game, but the robot no. Lulu says, think we're clutching at straws. Might have some background nods to the characters. Possibly. It might be that probably the robot is just a painting in the background or something.
Yeah, so, it's like a little Easter egg, yeah. So.
Yeah. But iQuail says it could be the other way around, and it's more likely to be Rob. And Rob maybe, but Fox not likely. There you go. More chance of getting sass in the movie. There you go. No idea. Anybody know what? No. There you go. You're going to have to explain that one to us, Kindred. There you go. Not long to wait. Just over a month before the second Mario goes. Oh, they're in Mario Tennis, are they? Okay. Fair enough. I've never played a Mario Tennis game, even though we talked about the new one last week, but never played it. But there you go. Let's move swiftly on. We'll talk more Super Mario movie, no doubt, when it comes out. And I'm sure it'll be just as big a success as the first one. Let's move on to our next game. Now, obviously, Dave was talking about the fact that he loves Battlestar Galactica, and he said there was a game that's obviously TV show also that's always competes against that, and now there's games that compete against that. This came out last Wednesday on PS5, Xbox Series X and S, PC, and Switch 2, and this is Star Trek Voyager Across the Unknown. Let's have a look at the trailer for this. Live long and prosper.
The Force.
Nag says it looks like our sponsored game crossed with Fallout Shelter. Possibly. Apparently, it's $26.99 Steam. PlayStation is $34.99. Xbox is $32.49. There are more expensive deluxe versions with DLCs too. You can also get this on the Switch 2 as well. Legendary JL, good evening. Good to see you. A lot of people comparing this to other games, but does say it looks excellent. Blue Lou said, good evening. I've been wanting to play this, but I've never seen an episode of Voyager. Do you know what? I used to watch most of the Star Trek shows, but Voyager I didn't because the woman's voice grated me like fucking sandpaper. And
I enjoy Voyager. I love Voyager. My favourites. I mean, 7 of 9. Come on.
I know there is that, but the captain's voice. Hey, yeah, I am the captain.
Anyway, yeah, she can be a bit of a
Anyway, so there you go. There you go. $32.49 on Switch. So it's actually more expensive on Switch. Well, about the same as on the Xbox there. But there you go. Kate Mulgrew. Is that the captain's real name, or was that?
Yeah, that's the actress. Yeah.
Actress. No offense to the actress. I've seen her in other stuff, but for some reason her voice was really grating in Star Trek, and I've seen her in other stuff, and she didn't sound like that. So I'm like, "What are you doing, woman?" Anyway, Dave, tell us a little bit more about this Star Trek property.
Yeah, so this is using some roguelike elements with this particular game. So when I looked at this, I actually thought it was quite a lot like the Battlestar Galactica demo that I played in the weekend. Yeah, it's doing a lot of the same things. So in this one, you're commanding the Voyager through the Delta Quadrant. And because it's a roguelike, you get to make various choices as you go in. So you can try and make the same choices that they made in the TV show. Or go off on completely different tangents, make some different choices if you want to see how those go. And you're obviously ultimately trying to get out of the Delta Quadrant and back home. But your choices might make that easier, might make that harder. And as you're making all these choices, you've got to keep the ship and the crew in working order. So you're going to have to gather resources, rebuild some of the decks and the rooms on Voyager. To improve your chances as well. And then you also got to get into I think away missions and space combat as well to take on the various alien races in the quadrant. It looks okay. I did watch a review of it, and the one reviewer wasn't that taken with the space combat side of it. I think that was particularly good, but said the rest of it was fairly reasonable. We don't get a huge amount of Star Trek games these days, so it's nice to see them doing something with the property, especially like the older properties. I don't hear that many good things about the more recent programs that they've been doing, but you can't beat going back to some of the old classics sometimes. It was particularly well loved, and I think putting that into the roguelike structure probably makes a good bit of sense. It lets you have a play around, see if you can make the journey back a lot better than Janeway did.
Yeah,
and hopefully sound better doing it as well.
Yeah. Brian just said, the missus says, how dare you say such things about Captain Janeway? Okay, I'll say this. No fucks given. Foxy, what do you reckon to this?
To me, the graphic looks amazing, but it looks too technical for me, like far too much to do. Yeah. And I would struggle personally keeping myself engaged with it. Because I like quick, fast play games, get done, levels done, that's my kind of gaming. So for me, it's not quite a game for me, but I do like Voyager. So, I'd have the nostalgia of the show that I enjoyed, watching it and then trying to play it. I don't know if it'd kill it. I don't know, but who knows? But yeah, it's a bit weird. I don't know how to play it.
Now, second person to say this, it's Fallout Shelter in Star Trek clothing. Gilfly says, I can't see me getting pulled into this one. Interesting. Well, let's see what people are saying scores wise. Let's see what we've got. Brian says a 6 from the UK Gaming Network. Danker, an 8. Gozzo, an 8. Hannah, 7.5. Rockmuse, 7. Mrs. Upsy says, just don't be in the red shirt. 7. Danker says, I'm tempted to say Deep Space 9 for jokes, but it's going to be an 8. It looks not bad, says JL. Apparently the RNG is quite punishing in this game. JL says a 7. Retro Shazar says 6.5. Icon says 6.5. The scores are getting lower. Phantom says a 6. Feels like a copy of another game. Kindred says an 8. Gilfly says an 8. Flame says a 7. Dave, I'll start with you. What do you reckon this got? So we've got quite varied scores on this one.
I'll try 7.5.
7.5. Okay. Upsy.
I was going to say, if in doubt, let's go with a 7.
Okay, going for the safe 7. All right.
Safe 7.
Going for the safe 7. Folks, if you haven't got your scores in, now's the time to do it. This is Star Trek Voyager Across the Unknown, which came out on Wednesday for PS5, Xbox Series X and S, PC, and Switch 2. Lulu says, Nag gives this a 5. Wow. And I say a 6. So both quite low scores from there. If there are no more, I can tell you. There you go. Feels a little bit FTL and a little bit like XCOM. It seems like a mishmash of things, I'll be honest. But this, on average, got an 8 out of 10.
Okay.
Right.
So it fared better than I think the Trekkie fans come out in force and have probably said, yeah, this is all right. This is decent. So there you go. I know it might not be everyone's cup of tea, but it seems to tick a lot of the boxes. So there you go. There you go. 8 out of 10 for that one. Let's see who got that right. Gilfly, well done. You got it right. Kindred, you got it right. Danker got it right. And I believe Gozzo says 4 of you on that one that got that right. Brian's like, I'm having a bad week. I know you were doing so well last week, but we're only on game number 3. There's still another 5 to go. So you could turn this around. Don't worry. Don't worry. So there we go. There we go. The shout outs are going out now. And as I always say, please do go follow all these people that get in the shout outs because they come in and watch this show week in, week out. So greatly appreciate it. So go give them some love back. Nag is finally here. Nag says, I'm here now. I'll be answering my own scores. That's cool. So you don't have to do it by D-poll, or as we call it, Lulu. So there you go. Moving on to something else. This is part of a number of games that have already released. So this is another new story in these batch of games. This came out on Thursday for PC and Nintendo Switch. And this is called Paranormasight. And this one is The Mermaid's Curse. Let's have a look at the trailer for this.
Whispers of mermaids lurk throughout the coasts of Japan, and the remote island of Kameshima, nestled in Ise Bay, is no exception. Rumors of mermaids exist, even here. On the island shores, drowned by the sound of ocean waves, a cursed tale now begins. The story begins when Yuza Minakuchi, a young pearl diver, encounters a surreal version of himself on the ocean floor. An unknown girl who's washed ashore. Strangers searching for the mermaid's treasure. And a mysterious housewife who's investigating a drowning. Paths cross and destinies collide as they're pulled into a shocking drama surrounding the mermaid's curse. What ancient truth lies hidden beyond the centuries? Paranormasight, The Mermaid's Curse. Please salvage the truth from the depths of the sea.
There you go. That is Paranormasight and The Mermaid's Curse. There you go. Brian says, looks like the complete opposite of a game for me. Some people not liking the look of this one, but some people going, okay, I can see where it's going. Dave, tell us a little bit more about this one.
Yeah, this is a visual novel game. I think this is the second in a series. Can't say I was familiar with the first one, but that one was called The Seven Mysteries of Honjo. So I think this is a standalone sequel, though, so it doesn't matter if you played that first one or not.
Yeah.
I'm probably not guessing from the comments in the chat, probably no one in the chat played
No one in the
one.
chat seems to want to play it, no. So.
And probably no one want to play this one either. But yeah, it's a visual novel set on a Japanese island, and you're trying to solve the mystery of some curses that are linked to mermaid sightings. So it's not for everyone. Doesn't really interest me. So nothing I'm going to rush out to play. But yeah, graphic wise, looks okay. A reasonable cartoon style to it. Might be an interesting game, but I can't say it's remotely on my radar.
There you go. Oh, Danker would play this, so we got one person in the chat. So at least there's one person. Upsy, your thoughts on this?
I think Danker's on his own, honestly. I will not be rushing to be going out and queuing up for that. Nah, just pants. I don't know. I mean, at first, I ain't gonna lie. I thought he said Squid Games. I was like, oh, here we go. And then no, it's just no.
Okay. Fair enough. Iquel, you've just been rewarded 450 Mojo Pints for a 70 stream streak. Thank you for watching me 70 nights on the row, you crazy person. Thank you. All right, let's see what people are saying with the scores. I think this is going to get a very mixed bag. Oh, by the way, this is Kindred said this is $19.99 on both PC and Switch, so it's the same price, which is a rarity these days. You never get the same price on all things. So there you go. Let's have a look. Nag says definitely 4 from me. Wow. Danker says Square Enix bias probably shining through, but an 8.5 from him. Rockmuse says a 6.5. Now, second person to say this in the chat, but the reviews are good. Reckon it's 8.5. JL says a 6.5. Mrs. Upsea says a 6. 8.5 going by positive reviews from players. Yes, but you've got to remember, we don't take player reviews into account. We only take critic reviews. So is that going to stop you or not? Gozzo saying an 8.5. Lulu saying 6.5. Flame saying 6. Retro Jazar saying 5. On a streak, I'm going to try and be the first to 1 million points. Go for it. Hannah, 5 out of 10. Phantom, 7 out of 10. Apparently it's cheaper on a site called Green Man Gaming, which I've never heard.
Yes, no, shit. Yes, no, shit.
Anonymous Gifter just gifted a sub to Not Another Gamer Guy, also known as Nag. So you've just been gifted a sub, Nag. So you get 30 days no ad viewing. So whoever that was that did that sub, thank you. I can't shout you out because I don't know who you are, but thank you so much. Greatly appreciate it. There you go. Upsy, what score are you going with?
Again, head and heart situation here. My heart's saying it should score absolutely diabolically the lowest score you've ever probably given on this entire series.
Yeah.
But my head's saying it's going to get a stupid 8, isn't it?
Okay. All right. A stupid 8 we're going for. Dave, what say you?
I'll try an 8.5. We'll see if the positive reviews that got mentioned are correct.
All right. Well, we'll see if that's going to work for you or whether it's going to scupper you. Last chance, chat. Get your scores in. This is Paranormal Site, the Mermaid's Curse, which came out on Thursday on PC and Switch. And I can tell you that the critics agreed with the users because this got an 8.5 out of 10 on average. So well done. Dave gets his first one right tonight. Iquel said a 6, just going in there. There you go.
The developers must have paid a proper backhand sum here to get some good reviews, I tell you. Unbelievable.
We cannot confirm or deny that happened. But it's probably likely. But we'll see. I don't know. If they've done other games in that series and they're very much loved, then I guess
maybe.
But not my cup of tea, I can tell you that. It looks so shite to me personally, probably to most of the chat as well, Kindred. I'm going to say that. But let's see. A couple of people got it right. Gozzo got it right. Kindred got it right. Brian got it right. So, Brian, you're off the score, mate. You're on. It was 8.5, iQuail. 8.5 for this one. And Danker did say he's a big Square Enix fan. So his bias shine through. So, yeah, you guys got it. But yes, Brian, you are off to a start there. Now, for those who don't know, you can also do exclamation Dave like Kindred has in the chat. Dave does not stream. Therefore, we have to do a shout out in a different way. Dave, how would you like your first shout out?
Let's do some spinning on the chair. That's what
Okay,
to start with.
One day this chair's just going to break. You can just imagine. It was 8.5 Rock Muse. 8.5. Crack those knees, says Kindred. Not yet. If he gets another one right, probably.
Yep, that'll be the next one. Very nice.
There you go. There you go. You're welcome, Rock News. I like that. I wonder who gifted the sub. Definitely not the wife who was getting pissed off at seeing the ads on his fucking screen. So I guess we'll never know who gifted that sub there.
A mystery.
It's a mystery. Maybe we should get
not even Sherlock Holmes could solve it.
Well, maybe we need to get the paranormal site team in. They'll come and do it. They'll apparently do a good job. We got an 8.5. Let's move on to some more gaming news. Oh, we got a hype train. Here we go. Here we go. I'm not going to do the whole thing. The thing might kick in and go. We'll leave that for now. But yes, we got a hype train, folks. Thank you so much for that. You need to level up over 70% for you lot to get some wonderful emotes. So I'll leave that in your capable hands, chat, if you want to get some more emotes. There you go. So this was actually a story that Dave texted me while I was on stream, and I read this out in stream, but we're going to recap it. So thank you to Dave for texting this over. But last week, I think it was on Wednesday, was it, Dave? I think
it was, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll say Wednesday if we're not correct. Sue us, we don't care. PlayStation has shut down Blue Point Games. They've shut down the studio Blue Point Games. Over 70 employees that work there will be losing their jobs. I believe in the next month or so, they've still got, I think it's March into April time that they will be officially let go. And it's a shame because they are known for giving us great packages and sort of remastered games and doing stuff like the Uncharted box set, the Metal Gear Solid volume sets, the God of War sets and stuff like that. And obviously brought games like Shadow Colossus and Demon Souls to PlayStation. Now, the sad thing is, it looks like they've not been very active recently because they were working on a God of War live service game. That was the most recent project. But that was shut down January of 2025. So therefore, they've not really been working on anything new, so to speak. They had a number of projects that they were pitching to Sony, but none of them got accepted. So this meant that a year's gone by and they're like, you're not doing anything for us. And apparently it's part of the shake-up that Sony are doing. And they have been closed down. iQuell says, this seems a strange decision on the face of it. I think it is because they've delivered a lot of high-quality products over many, many, many years. Really? But at the same time, if it means there's been a couple of years when nothing has actually been delivered and they're pitching stuff that isn't working, why would Sony keep a studio open that's not making them any money? Because at the end of the day, it all comes, unfortunately, it's sad to say, it all comes down to bottom line. I'd like to hear chat's thoughts on this, but I'll also ask Dave and Upsy their thoughts on this as well, because it's, again, another gaming casualty that we've had in the last, few weeks.
Yeah, another one that just seems linked back to Jim Ryan's era where he was trying to get all these live service games off the ground. I think at one time Sony had like 12 that they were planning.
Yeah.
Which was 12 too many, quite honestly.
Yes.
And I think vast majority of them have still been cancelled. I think just the odd one still seems to be hanging in there. We had the announcement, was it a week or two ago, for one set in the Horizon universe,
yeah.
Which I thought looked shit. Another one that dies on its arse and it comes out. But I was gutted when I saw that Blue Point had been closed down because, as you say, they've made some really good stuff. You know, they're just an Uncharted collection that they did. But that's the main ones last couple of years. The remake of Shadow of Colossus, which was really, really good.
Yeah.
Remake. And Demon Souls as well, which is a PS5 launch title. And and that is still like one of the only ones that's exclusive to the PS5. Yeah, you can only play it on there. And it was a really good remake. I absolutely loved playing that. But then Sony brought them after that, so they became part of PlayStation Studios, and then just wasted probably 4 or 5 years of their time, and that God of War live service just went nowhere. And yeah, just no one of the live services that got cancelled after they were planning. They couldn't get a Spider-Man 1 going. Another studio couldn't get Spider-Man 1 going. Couldn't get The Last of Us,
that got
going.
Yeah.
Lots of the stuff you would have thought would have worked, possibly, because it's got like big names behind it. Just didn't go anywhere. So the studios had all this time wasted. Hasn't been able to get anything else off the ground because they've probably got picked for closure because it would be like years before they would be making any money if they were.
Yeah.
You start making something, you'd be 4 or 5 years before they had something out. So suddenly you're looking like other studios have got stuff nearly coming out. Insomniac's got Wolverine coming out this year. Bungie's got Marathon coming out. How well that'll fare for Bungie, who knows? We'll see what happens to Bungie after that comes out. But this poor studio, which was full of technically brilliant people, because their games just were really technically well put together. Not ropey like a lot of games are when they first come out. These ones all works pretty well from day one.
Yeah,
it's a shame to see them get rid of them. I mean, it's only a 70-person studio.
Yeah,
I think they've got like another studio working on another live service. We haven't heard anything of for years. I think Haven Studio working on. I forget the live service name now. Oh, Fair Games. We haven't heard anything of that for a long time.
God,
All we ever saw of that was a CG trailer. I'm surprised that didn't get closed down ahead of this one. So surely that one's got more staff, but who knows? But Bluepoint were a really good team. Such a shame they got rid of them. They could have put into work on something good, like Bloodborne remake.
Well,
that everyone keeps asking for.
I was going to bring this up.
Souls.
I'm going to bring this up because Brian said this. If only they had been put on work on the Bloodborne remake instead of live service, they probably would have existed. Blue Lou says it's strange because they never released anything while actually owned by Sony. Their releases were when they were independent working on Sony IP. I know, so they get bought up and then they basically get shit out, basically.
Happens too many times. Seen EA do it, seen Microsoft do it, just good studios.
I remember one live when you used to spawn into a game within an instant. So, not another game says, I have to ask, but do you have a specific trilogy remaster trailer coming up? No. Which one are you talking about? If you're talking about the God of War, we already talked about that last week. If that's what you're on about, that's old news as far as we're concerned. That happened like 2 weeks ago. If that's the one, if it's something else, let us know in the chat. Upsy, what your thoughts on this? Because it's quite sad, really, isn't it?
I'm a true believer in things happen for a reason.
Yeah.
So who knows? Maybe the guys of this studio could probably, you never know, a new studio might appear and something new might come on the horizon that, just not being tied to Sony. So, unfortunately, they held the monopoly on that and they've called it there. Maybe they thought we've got to get rid before anything drastically loses on money. Business is business.
Yeah.
But, who knows? I mean, good luck to them. Hopefully they find something bigger and better. And, we may be talking about it in a year's time. There might be this brand new live streaming service like epically bloody brilliant. And then, I don't know. It's not nice when people lose jobs and that lot in any kind of way and format, Yeah. So.
No, I totally agree. It just seems we seem to be talking about this every week now. I keep saying this every time. I mean, it's just ongoing, and I still think it's the aftermath of COVID. Everyone went in big, bought up loads of studios, did that, and then they haven't got a flipping clue what to do with them, and then going, oh shit, lay everyone off because we're losing millions. Maybe make some decent fucking games, then you won't have to lay off all these companies. Yep. Just saying, don't do stupid decisions like we're going to talk about a little bit later on. Kindred says, I was looking to get a MetaQuest, but it seems Meta are closing down a lot of their VR studios. Jesus Christ.
There was about 3 of them they closed down, and they were ones that had made really, really good VR games, some of the best ones. And they fucking canned them off. No one's safe.
Easier to write stuff off these days as tax write-offs, correct. And yet people allow Bungie to make Marathon. Well, we ain't going to pass judgment on that yet because it comes out next week, so we'll probably talk about it on the show in about 2 weeks' time. Me personally, not expecting big things from it. So, but we'll see. It might completely blow everyone out of the water, and if it does, fair play to them.
It has got a server slam this weekend that you can log on to try it out, see what you think ahead of its launch.
Yeah. But so we'll have to see, but there's a lot riding on that, and that could be, there you go, server slam this weekend. That could be the death of another studio, because if that does not go well, you know Sony are going to chop the head off Bungie.
Oh, yeah, they pay for them. Don't seem worth that money.
It seems just like companies that get bought by bigger companies just then get disbanded. A lot of good companies have gone because of it. It's very true. Very sad. Mm-hmm. So there you go. Anyway, we will move along. Going from something a bit sad to something a little bit more happier is the fact that we did announce a couple of weeks ago that for its 5th year, Timeless is back. So at least that's something you can rejoice about. If you love all aspects of gaming, whether it be retro, PC, VR, cosplaying, modern games, then have we got the event for you on August the 12th. Check out this trailer right now. Here we go. There you go, folks. So that is Timeless Gaming Convention. Early bird tickets are now on sale. 25% of the early bird tickets have now gone in less than 2 weeks since we announced it. If you get an early bird ticket, you get a limited edition Timeless pin badge, which you won't be able to get anywhere else. So once all those tickets are gone, you will not be able to get that. We have obviously announced that we are bringing Sam and Steve from Go 8-Bit, the legendary gaming show that was on Dave for 3 seasons. The writers and the panel stars, they are going to be on there. And Steve is also bringing his amazing Wi-Fi Wars game show for the evening entertainment. We've got lots of panels to announce. We've got lots of game devs to announce with lots of indie games, traders, gaming challenges. Obviously, we've already announced the cosplay competition is back and the Just Dance 2025/6 competition will be back. And literally been working on something today, which we might be able to announce in a couple of weeks' time, where there will be some other competitions taking place because we are using a number of different rooms at the wonderful Kane's Brewery. So get your tickets now. We will also be announcing in a couple of weeks the VIP tickets and announcing our special guest for the VIP night, which takes place the night before. And the evening only tickets will be going live. So stay tuned for more announcements. And if you want to get your tickets, !Timeless in the chat. Links are there. All the information's on there. It's all been updated. Thank you to Jesse for doing all that, who says, never heard of the event. There we go. Can we get a badge update count, if not tonight? No, there are 25% of the tickets have gone. So there you go. So if you want to get them, they will only be available for a few weeks, though. So if not all the 100% go, and then we start the main sale, that's it. The badges have gone. So I'd say if you want the badges, get them now, because there's not long left before we go for the main sale of all the rest of the tickets. So there you go. iCrowd just said, I was thinking about Timeless the other day. With all the other failed events giving the industry a bad name, is it worth pushing the 5 years of proven success thing to help give people a bit of reassurance? Depends how DreamHack goes at the end of March. That's all I'll say on that. Because that might be the fucking strategy we have to use if it goes to shit. I know what you're thinking of. Timeless. There you go. All the information is there. Let's move on to our next game. The third in a series of racing games. This came out on Thursday on PS5, Switch 2, PC, and Xbox Series X and S. And this is Gear Club Unlimited 3. There you go, folks. So that is Gear Club Unlimited 3, which is out now on Switch 2. And as it says on the trailer, coming soon to PS5, PC, and Xbox Series X and S. Currently 45 quid on the Switch 2. There you go. Graphics look cool. I like the customization. I'm shit at driving games, though. I think it looks good. I like that. It's giving me Forza vibes, definitely. I can say that. I don't know why I clicked that button. Dave, tell us a little bit more of this one.
Yeah, so this it's not an open world race like the Forza games. It's just more of just a closed circuit racer. It's I think primarily like arcade racing, not too sim heavy, so you can have a bit of fun with this. But it's getting itself out there and into Japan before Forza 6 shows us its Japanese setting, so it's just sneaking out slightly ahead there. Looks all right from what I was seeing in the trailer. Looks like a very decent arcade racer. I think you got about 40 cars and 50 tracks that you can race on in this, and the tracks are set across like France and Japan. It has got like a story mode that you can follow through, where I think you're trying to just bring the car racing, big up the car racing scene in Japan. Try and get to the top spot in the racing scene over there. And yeah, it just looks all right for what I could see. I haven't played any of the series before. Honestly, I hadn't actually heard of the series. So,
I've heard of it, but never played any of it. So
not one I'm familiar with at all. But yeah, from what I could see, it looks like it'd be a reasonable racer to play while you're waiting for Forza to come out.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Upsy, what do you reckon to this one?
Who can remember back in the day when we'd play something like Porsche Challenge or Ridge Racer and say, you can't beat any better graphics than this?
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. Oh my God. That looked real. It looked real. You think you're watching a film or something, like a race. Oh, no, that looks good. I like that. It just looked beautiful. Yeah. So I'd give it a go. Like, okay. I'm with Loopy. Look, I'm shit at racing games, but but I'd happily give that one a go. Really good. I'd probably end up breaking my car, crashing it or something, but yeah.
Nag says I would give it more if it was on PC, because people with racing sims would love this. Well, it will be coming to PC, so very soon. We just don't have a date. Free roaming is available as a race option, but it simply lets you race the same tracks without any restrictions and not actual free roaming mode. So that's a bit of an odd term to use. I wouldn't use that, was it? You could call it replay mode, where you replay the tracks rather than free roam. Free roam doesn't.
Gives the wrong impression, doesn't it?
It does, doesn't it? Let's see what people are saying with the scores. Rockview's coming in with an 8. Legendary JL, 8. Nag, 7.5. Hannah, an 8. Brian says 6.5. It's a bit basic. Lulu, 8. Danka, 6.5. Gozzo, 6.5. Mrs. Upsy, 8. Flame, 8. And iQuail, 7. So chat, get your scores in if you haven't already. Retro Jazar, 7. Dave, start with you on this one.
I'll try a 7.
Going for a 7. Okay. Kindred saying for the price, because it does seem a bit pricey. And issues, apparently. 6.5. Dave, other Dave. Upsy, what do you reckon?
I tell you that, it better not score lower than that stupid, shitty game we saw earlier on. It better not. I mean, no, it's going to end up in it. Okay, I'd love to see this. It's got to. I'm going to go for an 8. 8. Okay. Go for an 8. It's got to be.
Going for an 8. Okay, folks, last chance. This is Gear Club Unlimited 3, which is out last Thursday on Switch 2, but will be coming to PS5, PC, and Xbox Series X and S at a later date. And if there are no more scores in chat, I can tell you that this got 6.5.
Oh, ouch. Had him under recount.
Yeah. Critics weren't over the moon with it. 6.5 is still good. We'll remind everyone that it still means it's a good game, but it is only good. It is not great. So there you go. But yeah.
And that one Hunting for Mermaids is great. Unbelievable.
I know. Well, if you go by certain companies that say 7 means it's shit, so we don't go down that route. Mentioning no company names, you know who you are. Well done, Gozzo. You got it right. Well done, Danka. Kindred got that right as well. Well done. I don't think. Oh, and Brian as well. But I'm guessing Brian may have already reviewed it on UKGN, so he might have known. Not that that's cheating, because there could have been a load of people that have reviewed it. But there you go. It might have skewed the scores. But there you go. Yeah, 6.5 was the average on that. So if you like races, go check it out. And if you're not so sure, maybe leave that one and wait until something else comes out. Let's move on to our next game. Right, looked at the name for this. I thought, oh, possibly a horror game. But he says, I haven't reviewed it yet. So it might happen. This next game, when I heard about the name of it, I was thinking, horror game. But again, this is giving a lot of retro vibes. This came out on Thursday on PC. This is called Demon Tides. Let's have a look at this one.
To the limit, but we never lose faith. Real time, real lost. Does my love get across? Please just speak to me. Can we touch base? Action, reaction, inner self, closed doors. Guess I need more, so I gotta give chase. Reaching for a lost past, patience that couldn't last. Feeling is dangerous, we couldn't be safe. I can't let the chips fall without a grab at 'em, so I make the moment all moving like one atom, like a nice flow. Pyro, drastically brained, and I'm classically trained for when the price low. Just maintain, keep an eye for the nice goals. But beware, stepping prideful with ice souls. Hit 'em like a flum break, breaking the street, leaving the status quo, shaking in the street like it ain't slept for a week. Demon Tides!
Yeah. Not what I was expecting. A couple of people in the chat going, not what we were expecting either. Completely, you think of Demon Tides, you think of something quite horrific, and it's like, oh no, it's a platform-based game that looks pretty decent. So quite surprised by this one. Dave, tell us a little bit more about this one.
Yes, this one's an open world 3D platformer. So what I've read about it, it's meant to have a very good movement system to it. You're playing a character called Beebs, who's been invited by her father to come to visit his kingdom, but I think she finds it in disarray and has to travel around it, trying to fix everything that's wrong with it. This is actually a sequel, but you don't actually have to have played the first game, from what I've read, to enjoy this. And looking at it on the trailer, it does look pretty decent sort of cartoony art style to it. As I said, the movement system is meant to be pretty good. I think it's meant to be fairly sort of free form, so you can chain lots of moves together to traverse yourself around. But yeah, looks like it'll be a pretty decent one to play.
Yeah. Okay. Mrs. Upsy. Oh, I'll read that out in a minute because you put the score. But Upsy, what do you reckon to this one?
It's giving me vibes as well with like the new versions of Pokemon, like having the open world, how Pokemon have gone down that route now. It's good. It looks fast paced. That's the kind of gaming I like. I like fast pace. Keep it going. Keeps me actually thinking of what I'm doing next. It's that kind of good. I like that kind of stuff. So yeah, it looks really good.
Okay.
I'm game.
All right. Well, let's see what people are saying. Lulu says, looks like fun, very bright, very upbeat. Yeah, looks great. I played the hell out of this. Not going to lie. This is right on my street. Let's see where we started with the scores. Danker, been a bit of a pattern tonight. Going to go for an 8.5. Rockmuse says 7. Nag says 8. Gozzo says 8.5. This is Upsy says, not for me, but I think it will get a 7.5. Chloe, good evening. How are you doing, Chloe? How are you, lovely? This is my kind of game, an 8. So Iqual said the first game was called Turf. Surely Surf would have been a better name than Tides.
Turf.
Yeah. So there you go. Is this the sequel to Demon Turf? That it is. It is. We've confirmed that in the chat. Retro Jazar saying a 7. Loopy Lulu says I'm going to give it an 8.5. Hannah 8. Brian 7. Get your scores in chat. Upsy, what do you reckon?
I'm feeling positive on this one. I'm going to go in at 8.5.
Ooh, 8.5.
I'm
Okay.
very positive with this one.
Okay. Brian coming in with a 7. Flame a 7. iQual 7.5. Kindred also says I'm going to try an 8.5. People are feeling confident about this one. Me and Nag are in a bit of a competition to see who gets the score right first. Here we go. Gilflight 7.5. Dave, what say you?
I was thinking 8.5 as well.
Join 8.5 as well. Okay, all right. Folks, this is your last chance. This is Demon Tides, which came out on PC last Thursday. And what was it? How much was it? I saw it earlier. Kindred put it. I've lost it now. I'll find it. 1 second. It's currently £21 on Steam, but you can get it for £16.79 until March the 5th. And there is a demo if you want to try it out as well. So that's always good. If it gets an 8.5, then it's the same score as Paranormal Sight, or as we call it, Paranormal Shite. Well, let's find out, shall we? What did it get? I can tell you that this game did get an 8.5.
Yeah.
That is our third game tonight to get an 8.5 on average. There you go. Danke says, I'm going to load up Demon Turf now. I haven't played it in quite a while. So, congratulations to our wonderful guest, UpcDwnc. Please do check out his links at the top of the chat. There is going to be a load of links for his podcast, his Twitch, his Instagram. Please do go follow all of them right now. Dave, we'll come back to you later on. Chat, you can do exclamation Dave to show your appreciation because he got it right as well. Also, we had Kindred. Congratulations, you got it right. Lulu got it right, and she's like, yes, fuck you, Nag, I win. So she won the competition. There you go. So she's beating her other half. We also had Gozzo and Danka. So there you go. Congratulations to all of you for getting that right. There you go. There you go. Congratulations. Shout outs are going there. Danka says 6 out of 6 so far.
Nice.
Wow. Well done. And he came in on a blind 7.
Yeah, he did, didn't he? I was going to say, flipping it. Yeah, because he kicked off with that blind 7. I think Gozzo's at 5 out of 6. I think, if I've got that right. And then there's quite a few people that got 2 right. I was having to think because I remember it was the first one. Yeah. So it's a close thing. So, Gozzo's at 5 out of 6. Danka's in the lead right now. Bloody guess as well on that first one. So there you go. Oh, Kindred's 6. Kindred is 6 for 6.
Yeah,
Damn,
yeah.
I can see that. Well done. Nice one, Kindred. So Kindred and Danka in the lead there. Well done, mate. Dave, how would you like your shout out? Because you've got your second one as well. Right.
We should probably check how your knees are holding up.
Probably not
Behind
good.
the chair you go. Let's see
Right.
if you can make it back up again.
Probably not. But we'll see. Are you ready for this?
Get your clips ready, folks.
Kindred says quiet, everyone. Ready? Oh, there we go. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Dave!
Well done for getting back up again.
There you go. Yeah, there you go. God, yeah. Laura, hello. Welcome on in. Good to see you. Welcome on in.
Laura's one of my work colleagues. She's one of my volunteers at the charity shop.
Awesome. Great to have you here.
To come and see this show.
Welcome on in. Thank you for tuning in. Greatly appreciate it. If the knees crack, never do it again. I've been doing it for nearly 5 years, guys, so you can't say that now. I can't say it out. My knees crack, and I have fibromyalgia. Blimey. If David was here, he would accuse you of all cheating and then quit again. That's probably true. That is probably very true. He is lurking. I can see that a certain Mr. Johnson is lurking in the background, but hasn't made himself known. Well done to everyone who's done so. And Lulu said, I've only got 1 out of 6 right, but it's one more than Nag, who's her partner. So there you go. There you go. So that's funny. So there you go. 1 up. Let's talk some more gaming news. Now, this is an interesting one. Kind of came out of nowhere, but everyone's been talking about it. And this is kind of where you go, they really don't know what's going on now, do they? Because we want to talk about everything Xbox. Because Phil Spencer has retired. Now, I use the term retired with air quotes because he is staying on to be in an advisory role over the course of the year, but then he may go. He has been with Microsoft since 1988 and was with basically Xbox ever since it first started. He officially left yesterday. So he is now retired as the head of Xbox. Sarah Bond, who was basically someone that I did not like, I'm going to say that now. I didn't like her views. I didn't like her policies. And I think she's one of the main reasons that Xbox is in so much in the shit that it is now, resigned. Everyone just assumed she would take over, but she has resigned and she has gone with immediate effect. And Matt Booty has been promoted. But we now have a new CEO, a brand new CEO called Asha Sharma. Now, Asha Sharma joined Microsoft in 2024, has been mainly known for working in the core AI unit. So this is an interesting thing, and I'll come back to her in a minute. But Phil has now officially gone, but as I say, he will have an advisory role. But I'm going to say, I do think, apart from the last couple of years where I think Xbox has lost its way, he was so much better as a CEO when he took over after the failure of the Xbox One, because obviously the current CEO was like, hey, Xbox One's going to come with a Kinect and it's always on and always watching and you can't do anything without it. And we're going to sort the shit out of your houses. And everyone went, fuck no. And he took over and Phil Spencer was like, no, we're going to disconnect this from this. You don't need it, blah, blah, blah. He was pivotal in basically bringing Game Pass, which is still decent, regardless of the price hikes that we've got recently. And obviously pivotal in the fact that they bought up a number of studios. Yes, there has been a number of those studios that have let go. But he did do quite a lot of good for Xbox. And I think if they didn't do what they did, Xbox would be in an even worse state than they are now. But they do feel like they've lost their way in the last couple of years. Price hikes going up, consoles going up with prices, and numerous other things. It's not been great. And a vision of, are we doing a console? Are we not? Do we know what we're doing? Do we not? Are we just going to sell our whole catalogue of games to other companies? Because Christ, we need the money. Wasn't sitting very well. So Asha Sharma has come in and will be has taken over as of today. But what's interesting is Asha basically stated that she's not a massive gamer. So this is interesting. She's not a massive gamer. She put on social media, I'm not a massive gamer, but there are a number of games that I have enjoyed. She mentioned that GoldenEye was one of the games that she did enjoy. And some people said some of her responses on social media felt like she was an AI character responding because they felt quite lifeless and quite dead. And one response was like, I don't believe you. You sound like an AI. But her response to that was, beep boop, beep boop, beep boop. So she's clearly got a sense of humor. But what was interesting is she did state that she's not been, funny enough, not a big Xbox gamer, but started playing. She shared her account. She started playing Xbox games on Game Pass as of January, and she's got over 30 games such as Keeper, Firewatch, Forza Horizon 5, and she's basically shared a catalogue of games that she's been playing over the last 2 months, and she's played over 30 games. So she's obviously been getting, she probably knew that this was going to happen, that she was going to be taken over, so she needs to get the product better. So it's a bit of a weird move that someone who's not primarily a gamer is taking over, but she did release a statement that did say they want to get Xbox back to the things that matter. One, actually putting out consoles. She said there's going to be consoles, getting games out that matter. Now, it makes me wonder if they're going to do a U-turn on a lot of stuff. So are we not going to see as many franchises going to other games? Are we going to get the console exclusives back? And we've been lacking console exclusives for a very long time from Xbox. Are we going to, she says, we're going to get new games out. It's kind of, she's basically saying what a lot of people want to hear. So now she's basically got to put her money where her mouth is and deliver on this. But first impressions from my thoughts seems cool. So we'll see. We see how she does. I'm just glad Sarah Bond didn't get it because that woman just basically destroyed a lot of companies and didn't seem to give a shit. Let's see what chat's saying, and then and chat. Feel free to put your opinions in, and then we'll ask Dave and Upsy what their thoughts on it are. The days of being in multiplayer game and saying Xbox turn off and seeing who got disconnected from the game. Yes, that was quality. They need to change their prices per month, like back to $12.99, the better online. Yeah, and it feels now that it's become elitist because you're paying $22.99, $24.99, whatever, just so that you can play the exclusives that were available to everyone. And now they've kind of done a bit of a fuck you. Oh, you wanted to play the new Call of Duty? Well, you can't unless you pay us $24.99. And if you have got Game Pass and you're paying for the cheaper tiers, you can wait a couple of years before you play that one. There'll probably be another 4 Call of Duties out by the time you get around to playing the last one. I cancelled my Game Pass this week. It's great, but I wasn't using it enough to justify the price. That's fair. That's fair. Can we give her FCB Firebreak to see the state of some releases? Yeah, but again, not really a Game Pass exclusive because that came out on PS Plus same day. I was really looking forward to that game. Wasn't great, and for me it was the first Remedy fail that we've had. Dead Toxic says, I don't think she's going to deliver. We shall have to see. I'm sure this will come up. I think Phil has no idea what he was saying or doing, especially at all the Xbox showcases. He's done using more buzzwords and not giving the customers what they want. It felt like he was a bit of a loose cannon. Maybe that was true, but I feel that for the first few years, that loose cannon thing worked. But then maybe he lost his way. I've always been on my Xbox game. My childhood was the 360, but recently things have just been getting worse and worse. I really do hope things are getting better. As long as the price doesn't go about the cost of a full price game, then Game Pass will always be worth it. I kind of agree. There's been a lot of games that I've covered that have been on Game Pass. I still can't complain about Game Pass. Guys, your thoughts on this? I'll start with Dave because it's been an interesting week.
Yeah, it was a bit of a surprise to hear it all on, I think it was Friday, wasn't it, when it all came out? So yeah, it's a shame that Phil Spencer's retiring, because for the most part, it has been good.
Yeah.
I think probably in the last couple of years, Xbox probably been affected quite a lot more by the higher-ups in Microsoft since like the Activision Blizzard merger.
Yeah.
Because of the amount of money involved in that, probably the higher-ups want to make sure they're getting their money back, so probably forcing a number of things down upon him that he can't do fuck all about.
Yeah.
And obviously, the sort of problem is when you hear these people talk on like podcasts or shows or wherever they are, they've always got to like toe the corporate line, haven't they? Yeah, they can't say what they actually want to say. It's like, I mean, you heard Sarah Bond just spraying like word salad a number of times because she just couldn't answer the question. Probably wasn't allowed to answer the question. So you have to try and stumble around and try and come up with something. So you get that with these big corporations. You can't talk normally. It's all crap. I mean, be the same with all the emails, like Phil Spencer's letter of leaving Sarah Bonds or Ashley Shaw's. We've probably all gone through numerous HR meetings to get the wording right, make sure it sounds positive, especially like Ash's case coming onto it. So we're going to have to see what she does going forward. Hopefully she'll be able to change some things. I mean, the problem is so much is probably already set in stone. There's probably a lot of decisions already made on the next console.
Yeah.
Too far along to change. We had the whole stupid anything can be an Xbox stuff that I think everyone says was Sarah Bond's idea.
Yeah, it just didn't work. That is still
that just like
still going on.
As your hardware. Yeah, why do I need to buy your hardware then? If anything's an Xbox.
Yeah,
just play it all on your phone. Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, I'll play your games on the PS5. There you go.
And that's another thing. Why backtrack on that now? Because Forza Horizon 5 was an absolute massive seller.
Yeah.
PS5. So why would you backtrack on that? So I can't stand going back to exclusives. Because people are just looking at the money that it's made. They'll stick with that. So be interesting to see what does change going forward. But we're going to have to maybe revisit it in like 6 months, a year's time. See how she's done stepping into it. Yeah, hopefully there'll be some positive change. I'd like it to be, because it's all been fairly negative Xbox-wise recently.
It has.
I haven't had to do anything anyone is remotely happy about.
No. A new Xbox console would face an uphill battle at this point between the everything is an Xbox and the RAM prices causing supply and pricing issues. Totally agree. We'll see if they can change it around. If someone only just started gaming on Xbox, doesn't really give much confidence from the off, with which a gamer would give better confidence. Do you think we even get an Xbox showcase with 4 months to go until? I think we will, because as Dave says, there's been stuff in the works, so they will no doubt. And we will probably see her come out and do a big. That will probably be her first big speech saying what we are doing, because she can't immediately come out and go, well, this is what we're doing, because there's no way she can turn stuff around in like a week or so. It's going to take months before things start getting in motion. Upsy, what do you reckon?
Bebop, bebop.
Yeah. There you go. The official bot answer.
I don't know. I mean, at the end of the day, corporates changed, hands all the time. So they can all talk one thing and do another. We know that happens in all forms of politics or anything. But you get it. So, I don't know. Just wait and see. It's nice to see that she's trying the games out. If that's her trying it, of course. You don't know. But, practically it, really.
Coffee Black says Nerdfest. Indeed, it is a massive Nerdfest. There will be titles anyway, even if it's third party, because a lot of stuff being already kind of announced and stuff in motion. It's already planned, and the Switch in promotion would have been sorted last year. Well, because they've already announced certain games that are coming to Switch. We know that Indiana Jones, which was a 4-month exclusive on Xbox, which I thought was crazy, back in December of 2024. Then it came to PlayStation 5 last year, and we're getting on Switch 2. So there are going to be games hitting Switch 2. So there you go. But we shall see. We will stay tuned, and we will see whether Xbox can actually deliver on what they say, or whether they're going to backtrack on anything, because they have been known to backtrack on stuff. So maybe that amazing so-called tower PC thing that plays Steam and PlayStation 5 games and all this will get absolutely demolished and turned into something else. Who knows? Maybe it won't. We'll see. Stay tuned and we'll tell you more on this. Let's move on to our final games of the night. This is probably the biggest game of this week, to be fair. This came out on Thursday on PS5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC. And this is Styx, Blades of Greed. Let's have a look at the trailer for this.
Name's Styx, humans. I talk. We're gonna do big things together. I sneak. I kill. Well, let's make this quick. Don't know me? Yeah. You got a few trailers to catch up on. You see this delicious little nugget here? That's quartz.
Search everywhere!
And apparently the whole damn world decided to go to war over it. Kill that green bastard! Everyone wants a taste of the power inside these crystals. Problem is, they'll have to go through me to get it back. And it turns out, power ain't the only thing inside a quartz. There's something darker in there, and it wants out. This whole saving the world thing leaves a bad taste in my mouth. Good thing I got the perfect palate cleanser. Oops. I mean, what's the point of all this power if I'm not supposed to have fun with it?
See you soon, Styx.
See you soon, huh? Guess what? The fun begins now.
There you go. So that is Styx, Blades of Greed, which came out last Thursday on PS5, Xbox Series XS, and PC. Currently, $34.99 on Steam, 45 quid on PlayStation, 45 quid on Xbox. So there you go. Oh, Assassin's Creed, but with goblins and mind control, murder. I like it. So yeah, we've seen Styx before. This is another one in the series. Yeah. So Dave, tell us a little bit more. What's the differences with this one?
Yes, this is the third game in the series. I've got a notion I've probably got the first two, probably from like Games with Gold or on an Epic Game Store free game deal at some point. Never played them though, but I've always heard them to be pretty decent. They're all stealth action games, so probably sort of best comparison is if you've been waiting for ages for Ubisoft to bring out a new Splinter Cell or the remake of Splinter Cell. I've been talking about. It's
Yeah,
the closest thing you're going to get
it's
for a while.
It's still going ahead, but
Yeah, still going ahead. Apparently, we'll see. But yeah, this is sort of the closest thing you're going to get to that sort of stealth type game at the moment. So it might be worth looking at if you're really getting quite impatient for Ubisoft to get their finger out. But yeah, it looks all right. I think it's meant to have pretty reasonable level design. Yeah, the levels have been designed with a lot of sort of verticality and stuff to them. So there's a lot to explore, a few different routes to take going through the levels, trying to outsmart the enemies. I think in this one, Styx is searching for that quartz stuff that was showed us in the trailers. I think you get that; it gives you various powers. So you're trying to explore the environments, find this stuff while trying to outwit the Inquisition's forces that are hunting you down. Looks all right from what I can see. I think the previous games are meant to be pretty decent, and it's not too expensive a price either, which is always good. Yeah, it might be worth a look.
Okay. Upsy, your thoughts on this one?
Yeah, I like the look of it. I mean, it's something I'd play. It looks quite, again, I like quick action, like I say, but it looks quite like it's got a bit of pace to it. So, and it looks like it's one of those games where you have to do a certain thing probably before you can move on to the next bit as well. So that's makes it a lot more story based, easily driven, and yeah. I mean, I didn't realize this was a trilogy game. To be fair, So I'd love to go back and see the first two. So if anyone knows, send me a link or something. I'd love to have a look at them. So yeah, I'd give them a go. Yeah,
seems there's some missions you can get locked into combat, and you can't use stealth or run away. So there are some combat sections you have to do. Yeah. Okay, all right. Let's see what people are saying on the scores. Let's have a look. We have got 7.5 from Danker, 8 from Brian, 7.5 from Gozzo. Chloe says an 8. Nag says an 8. Loopy Lulu, 8.5. iQuell, 8. Rockmuse, 8. And Rockmuse says he had a friend that was playing this and it looked really good. Flame, 8. Hannah, 8. Retro Jazar, 8. JL, 8. Everyone's saying 8. We've got Phantom, 8. Nag says, is anything happening with Beyond Good and Evil 2? Not really anything about a long time. Talked about it a couple of weeks ago. It's still in development, apparently. It's not one of the games that got canned by Ubisoft. That's all we know. Where were we? Legendary JL, 8. Phantom, 8. Amanda, hello, Amanda. Hello, lovely. 8. Rock News says, I would give a higher score. I don't know how the game ends. So there we go. It's interesting. Dave, what do you reckon?
I'll go for a 7.5.
7.5. Okay. Now, interesting. Kindred's just said that 7.5, but I'm expecting 7. Oh, okay. Upsy, what do you reckon?
I was waiting for Kindred's score actually because I was seeing him and Danker. I went for the same score and they have. Because I was thinking they're the only two that are on a solid, clean sweep.
Yeah, they're on a clean run at the moment. So
yeah, so then I'm going to go with Kindra's expectations. I'm going to go 7.
Going for a 7. Okay. All right. Folks, this is your last chance. Right. Get your scores in. This is Styx Blades of Greed, which came out last Thursday on PS5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC. And if there is anyone else that's got a score, then you better do it now because I'm about to click the button, because this is an interesting one because this averaged 6.5. And this is interesting because the user reviews are a lot higher. The critics' reviews are not that great, which is interesting. And there was lower scores than 6.5.
Yeah.
There were, 5 and 6s. But then some people were coming in. The highest scores that I saw were about 7.5, but there wasn't many of them. So this has divided people quite a lot, this one. But I know, I know Rockmuse said it looked like a lot of fun. A streamer friend of hers was playing it, and they're absolutely loving it. So I think this is one of them where maybe the critics have maybe not got this right. So do go and try it because it does look good. See down there, that's interesting because now Kindred said I saw some players saying 5s and lower. I love it when a game throws everyone off. Yeah, because it means you don't have to do any shout outs, mate. Let's see. Seen a few 8s. Eurogamer gave it an 8. Yeah. The highest scores are a bit few and far between. I think GameSpot gave it a 6. I think from memory. So this was the most difficult one to work out for me this week because I had quite a lot of scores. So, well, at least it isn't a 0.5 out situation. Definitely a mixed bag. So, did anybody say 6.5? I don't think anyone did because everyone.
I don't think no one went that low. No.
No one went that low. So, Kindred and Danker's winning streak has been defeated. Unfortunately, I would have been wrong with my 7 expectation true. So here we go. So 6.5. No one got that right. Let's move on to our final game of the night. This also came out last Thursday on Switch, PC, PS4, 5, Xbox Series X, S, and 1. And this, folks, is a game called Love Eternal. Let's have a look at the trailer for our final game tonight.
Love Eternal.
There you go. That is Love Eternal, which came out last Thursday on Switch, PC, PS4, 5, Xbox Series X and 1. Naxa, this is giving me another world vibes. Quite a few people are basically kind of getting a bit vibed out by this game. Not convinced on this one. I'm old enough to remember rotary phones. On that would be really retro. I remember them, using them. They were a pain in the ass to get the number right. I'll tell you that. It is £7.22 on PC, £6.79 on PlayStation, and then £7.22 on all other consoles. And they're all reduced prices. I think a lot of people are confused because we're like, we don't really know what sort of game this is. So what is this, Dave? Because the trailer didn't. Really...
Yeah, that trailer gives you absolutely nothing. It's a shitty trailer, quite honestly. So the game has got sort of psychological horror vibes to it with its story, but it's actually a precision platformer. You wouldn't guess that from the trailer at all. No. So I suppose the best thing to sort of compare it to is something like Celeste, if people are familiar with that. That was quite a challenging platformer. Also, precision needed in your moves. This, I'd probably compare it to that. There's lots of obstacles in this castle that you're imprisoned in that you're trying to escape. Lots of obstacles, and your character's ability in this one, when they're in the middle of a jump, they can reverse gravity. So instead of dropping to the floor, they drop to the ceiling. So you've got to use that ability to kind of like fling yourself around. Lots of obstacles, but it's got that same sort of thing that Celeste had, where if you fuck it up, which you're going to do a lot, you immediately restart in the room that you're in, so you can just carry on and retry, which really helps with Celeste. You know, if it had any sort of loading screens or checkpoints, you would have got fed of it, very early on. But the fact you can just immediately restart and try again, and just keep doing it until you get it, I think that definitely helps this sort of game, because it gives you that sort of momentum just to keep going. You think, it was close, I'll try again, and you'll eventually get it. But it is that type of game. So it probably looked more like a visual novel from that trailer.
That's what I assumed it was going to be.
It's a precision platformer. Precision platformer with very sort of basic looking graphics. Actually, graphically, when you look at the platform and stuff, kind of reminds like an old sort of PC game you might have looked at in the early 90s, the way it's presented. But I think if you like a good challenging platformer, then this has got that going for it.
Okay. All right. Upsy, what are your thoughts?
I feel you saved the best till last. Can we go back and watch the other trailer for that other shit game that got a high grade? No. You know what? It's weird. Okay, it's had us. The thing is, it's got us all questioning. So we're all talking about it. Do you know what I mean? It's one of them things that it's had a lot of talking in the chat about it and whatnot. So I don't know, but it's creepy. I agree with Jesse. It's creepy, but I'm intrigued. So, for a cheap price as well, it will get people potentially to buy because they're intrigued. So I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
All
Without
right.
anything gameplay, you can't really.
Yeah, it annoys me when we get trailers like this. They send trailers and it literally shows you nothing. You're like, oh, what the possibility? Anyway, all right. Well, let's see what people are saying score-wise. Dank is saying an 8. Gozzo saying an 8. Chloe saying a 5. Let's scroll down here. Lily says, I'm going to have to go with a safe 7. I'm so confused and the vibes are all off with this one. Not another gamer guy. Nag, 7.5. JL, 7.5. iQuail, 6. Brian, 8. Rockmuse, 5.5. Or Romeo is a dead man and the game wasn't a trailer. I agree. The trailer was nothing like the bit that's in the game, which is mental, but there we go. Dead Toxic, an 8. Flame, a 7. Retro Shazar, an 8. Kindred, 7.5. Upsy, I'll start with you. What do you reckon this has got?
I'm going to go 7.5.
Okay, 7.5 with this one. All right. Okay, Dave?
I'll try a 7.
Going for a 7. All right. Folks, this is your last chance. This is the last game tonight to get shout-outs. This is Love Eternal, which came out last Thursday on Switch, PC, PS4, 5, and Xbox Series X, S, and 1. And I can tell you that this got 7.5. Well done, Upsy. You got it. Jesse just coming in with an 8.5 there. Kindred, well done. I think you are officially the person with the most guesses right tonight. Well done. Well done. I think you got 7 out of 8, Kindred. I think we've got that right. So we can get a shout out, Kindred. Can we get a shout out for our wonderful guest? All his links, go check out his wonderful podcast and his Twitch streams. When are you next on, by the way?
Tomorrow night. Yep. Tomorrow night, 9 o'clock.
There you go.
I have to wait until the kids go to bed. Otherwise, I can't do it. Otherwise, they take over. I can't have them taken over.
No, can't be having that. Can't be having that. Legendary JL got it right. Well done, buddy. Nag got one right as well. So now that means him and his missus are now on equal level, so they can have an argument after a stream. So that's fine. Bringing communities and couples together and apart, and then together again. There you go.
That reminds me of the time when me and the missus streamed It Takes Two. We about got divorced on stream.
Games like that can do that to you, I tell you.
Absolutely.
There you go. Well done, everyone. Did JL get his shout out as well, please? If Legendary JL can get a shout out, because I think he was the only other person that got it right. Greatly appreciate it. I like that comment. Me and Nag are tied. And on the last game, no! You brought us together, Mag. It's your fault. Oh, there you go. Here, Overcooked is a relationship killer. There you go. True. There you go.
Yeah.
There's all the links. They're also in the YouTube chat. Thank you, iQuail. And Jesse's put the links also in the Twitch chat. Mag, you have been around this entire relationship, so you know more than most how this goes. Yeah, I do. Don't worry. Your secret's safe with me. Our final part of the show. And it's fine. It's not. It's a joke. I like that. I wouldn't know this asshole if it wasn't for you.
You're welcome.
And it's been downhill ever since. There you go. So, I'm sure it's not. It's not. No, they're good. They're a great couple. Bless them. I love them to bits. So every week we end the show with a different official chart. We've looked at Steam charts, free games chart, PlayStation charts, obviously the retail charts. And seeing as that we have been talking about Xbox, I did say last week, maybe we'll do an Xbox chart. And this was the official Xbox retail chart for the UK as of the end close of Saturday. It's an interesting one. So here we go with this. At number 10, a re-entry. It's Once Upon a Katamari. At number 9, a re-entry, Call of Duty, a Black Ops 7. Down 2 places from number 6 to 8 is Monster Hunter Wilds. A non-mover at number 7 is Lego Star Wars, the Skywalker Saga. From number 4 to number 6 is Battlefield 6, one of Dave's favourite games of last year. Up 3 places at number 5 is Assassin's Creed Shadows. A re-entry at number 4 is Sonic Racing Cross Worlds. A new entry last week, but down 1 place to number 3 is Reanimal. And this is the weird one. Up 3 places at number 2, EA Sports FC 25. And number 1, a non-mover, EA Sports FC 26. Okay.
Is there a sale on for FC 25?
This needed like the top of the pops jingle. Honestly, you needed something. It was really, really good.
We'll try and do that for next week. We'll get a little jingle.
You need a jingle for this bit.
I can do it, and we'll get some little music in the background or something. But yeah, it's an interesting one. There must have been a sale because obviously we know in the retail charts, Mario Kart World and FC 26 have been battling out and been swapping from number 1. But to have that FC 25 sort of in the middle of the charts and it's gone up to number 2 is an interesting one. And the only new game of this year in the Xbox charts is Reanimal. And I know Reanimal has actually gone up in the retail charts overall. So Reanimal's doing quite well. I think it's number 3 in the overall charts. So Reanimal's doing well. Gozzo saying happy for Sonic in the top 5. Yeah, re-entered there. So again, another great game. But you look at it, only one new game of this year is in that top 10, which is interesting. So there you go. So that is your top 10. We'll be looking at another chart next week on the show. And ladies and gentlemen, that is it for our show. We are all done. We are all talked out. On next week's show, it's going to be no surprise. We are going to be talking about a game I'm very excited for, Resident Evil Requiem, which comes out on Friday. We'll be talking about that on the show. And our guest for next week's show, we've got to have a Resident Evil speedrunner. We're welcoming back our Sam, who's been on the show. He's a Resident Evil speedrunner, streamer. He will be on the show because it's quite fitting that we're going to be talking about everything Resident Evil on next week's show. A massive thank you to tonight's guest, the wonderful UpcDwnc. Thank you so much, Dave, for being on.
Thank you for having me.
Great to have you here. Again, can we have, it's pinned at the top of the chat, but please drop in all the links. Go check out his podcast. Again, he'll be playing games tomorrow night on Twitch at 9:00. Great to have you back, mate, because you've been on the show. This is probably your maybe 4th time now, I think. Yeah. So really, really good to have you back, mate. Great to see you back. Thank you so much for being here. As always, my co-host who knows the most, Mr. David Jones, thank you so much for being here as well. All good. I think you're excited as me for next week with Resident Evil Requiem. So
yeah, looking forward to trying it out.
Fingers crossed, be a good one. And that is it for our show. Thank you to all the mods for all the modding tonight. Greatly appreciate it. Congratulations to everyone who got all the games right. Good congratulations this week for Kindred for being our highest scorer. and he's our community member of the month. So that works out quite nicely to round things off. Don't forget, we have got our sponsor, Foundations Galactic Frontier, exclamation Galactic in the chat. Yeah, we turned up tonight. Yeah, Jesse, bless you. Yeah, it was all good. Last night, it just all went a bit mental. For 20 minutes, I had no mods. And of course, it went mental. And I was like, fuck, like that for 20 minutes. And then all the mods came back. I was like, oh, God, we're all right. We're all right now. It's just always the way. Chloe says, thanks, y'all. Great to see you. Thank you so much, chat, for being here and joining in. We will have another TNGC for you next week. Tomorrow night, I am back on TikTok and Twitch at 8:30 and doing a stream that I should have done 2 weeks ago, but I was ill. Get your requests in, because we're going to be doing Just Dance 2026. Gotta love it. Going to be doing that. And don't forget, on Thursday, we're going to be doing some showcase of brand new games that came to PC on Thursday. So go check that out. We're going to be playing 3 different games on Thursday that you might not have heard of. Nightle says, Kindred, we were all plotting your demise whilst you were crashing and burning. Thank you. Rasputin with those knees. Oh, it's going to be painful. Blame Sky Sports for moving games. No worries, Iqua. It's all good. No, I'm going to miss it. What have you got to do while I'm... What have you got to do? Why have you got to do it while I'm streaming? I don't know. It was there. It was one there. But I was supposed to do it 2 weeks, but obviously, I was quite ill with a horrible cold. So we decided to move it. So we swapped the streams around. But yes, Just Dance. We'll probably do more Just Dance next month. It seems very popular. You lot like me seeing me in pain, so why not? So there you go. For those on YouTube, the stream is just going to end. On Twitch, we are going to go raid somebody. So we'll send you over to someone else. Let's see who's on and see who we can raid. Our stream deck actually decided it wanted to work tonight. Whereas, God, there's a lot of people to choose from. Let's try and get someone that we've not raided in a long time. Oh my God, there's a lot to pick from. Do you know what we are going to go for? We are going to go for Control Alt Dan. What is Control Alt Dan doing? We've not raided this year. He is playing. Let's see if it loads. Well, he's getting ready for Resident Evil because he is playing Resident Evil Biohazard, which is the 7th one. So we're going to see that. We're going to go radar. I'm going to press that button. So go say hello to Dan over there. And all that leaves for me to say is, wherever you are in the world, have a great morning, a great afternoon, or a great evening. And I shall see you back tomorrow at 8:30 for some Just Dance 2026. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a great rest of your Tuesday night, and we shall see you very soon. Take care. We'll wave and do that thing. See ya. Bye. Bye.